Hello there, Leo. Welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your mid-September through to the end of October love reading. This is for all of you currently in a romantic partnership of some kind, whether you have just started your relationship or whether you've been together for a long time, maybe even in a state of temporary separation. If you are single looking for new love, please check out the singles readings that are posted for you. So in the month of September, October, so 15th of September, we have Mercury going direct in the sign of Virgo. Mercury is currently, as I do this reading, in retrograde. Okay, so when Mercury goes direct in Virgo, this is really where we do pay attention to some details, maybe iron out some things in our relationships and open up the lines of communication. We can be a lot more direct in our communication. Okay, we may be getting clarity around something there too. We've got a full moon in Aries on September 29th. This is very fiery kind of energy, just so you're aware, because it's Aries, right? And so this may be where something does come to fruition for you that had been started, initiated back in the spring when we had the new moon in Aries. And as I say that, I pull out the Ace of Staffs, which is the Ace of Wands, very fiery energy. Okay, so something may be coming to fruition for you there, all right? Maybe you just resolve some differences or something really exciting happens. So this is awesome, but we do have Venus clashing with Uranus, so this brings about a little bit of rebellious energy, or this brings some freedom, some liberation from something here as well. Okay, and with the aspect that Mercury has with Uranus right around the end of September there, one conversation may change everything. All right, it's just an important conversation that may happen that clears the air, that helps you make some decisions, that brings forgiveness or healing, whatever it happens to be. It's like one conversation can really be a turning point for you. But we do have eclipse season coming up in the month of October. Eclipses do bring a little bit of chaos sometimes. Okay, basically anything goes during eclipses. We've got a new moon eclipse in the sign of Libra on the 14th, 15th of October. This may bring some luck in love for some of you. This may be where you have a relationship reset. This could also highlight any power struggles that you're having in your relationship. It can also help you detox, help you cleanse things a little bit there as well. Full moon eclipse in Taurus at the end of the month, 28th, 29th. And full moons, of course, is where we can release, let go, we can find closure, we can bring something to fruition as well in that energy. Energy at the bottom of this deck, we've got the World card there. So this can be really where you are wrapping things up. You are, getting that sense of closure, and you're preparing maybe to move on to the next stage. So we do have soulmate energy coming in here for you. Absolutely beautiful. For some of you, if you're in a newer relationship, right, maybe you've been feeling some very interesting feelings that maybe you haven't felt for a long time, if not ever before. And the thing is someone holds the key to your heart here. So you may be coming into the realization that you are with your soulmate. This is the person who understands you on a deeper level than anyone has previously. And it's a beautiful energy. We're deepening our bond. We're really coming together, and it feels really good in this energy. Some of you have been together with your person for a long time. Maybe you're going through a rough patch even. There's been, with Venus retrograde that we've had through half of the summer, this is where we've had relationship issues. We've had a lot of fiery energy going on, and we've felt a little bit disconnected in some areas for some people as well. So this may be where you do just recognize that the person you're with, they are your soulmate. And even if you're going through some bumpy times, right, in your heart of hearts that you will survive this energy. We have Truth Be Told coming in here as well. And Truth Be Told, this is about being authentic, being truthful, being open, being honest. This is about opening your heart, right? Someone has the window to your soul right there. So, this is where it is safe for you to open up. It is safe for you to say what it is that you want, what you're feeling, what you desire for the future, or what's bothering you, right? And the truth be told, energy, the truth shall set you free. And quite often, especially in relationships, we don't always say what's on our mind, or we don't always, bring certain subjects up. And quite often it's because there's a little bit of underlying fear of hurting someone's feelings, fear of how someone's going to react, fear of, oh my God, what if I address this thing and someone takes it the wrong way and then we end up breaking up, right? We do have those fears that do come up when we do have things we want to talk about, right? Things that we need to open up about, and so in this energy, right, we, all of this eclipse energy that coming in, it really does help us cleanse and purge. And it really does help us to release any kind of pent up energies, right? Thoughts, feelings, you name it, right? Anything that's been hidden or that's been buried away, things that we've forgotten about. Sometimes we do need to bring something up and readdress it. But the thing is when we cleanse and purge, we have a fresh start, or we just feel lighter and brighter, right? We don't have all of that excess baggage that we carry around. So if there's something that's on your chest, something that you need to talk about, right? Getting it out in the open will at least bring you some clarity and insights that you didn't have before. The truth be told, energy here can also be a revelation. So some of you may be revealing something to a person, or someone may be revealing something to you, but this is an energy of opening up. Right? Open up, express your feelings, open your heart. And for some of you here, get yourself into receiving mode. And we do have Not For You. Now, the Not For You card is in the reverse position. And in this deck, it is a protection position here. Okay. So this message may not necessarily be for all of you. All right. But this is an energy of pay attention to the red flags. Are you trying to force something to happen within a relationship that's maybe not in the cards? Just because we have a soulmate, right, doesn't always mean that soulmate is meant to be around forever. Soulmates are here for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And the lucky ones, they're here for a lifetime. But our soulmates, they have a job. Right? And our soulmate's job is to open us up and reveal things about us, about ourselves that wouldn't normally be revealed, right? They're here to open our heart, to crack us open. And sometimes they're here just for a very short time, just to do their job. And then poof, they're meant to go away, right? Their job here is done. And when we hold on to them for too long, right, we get into an awful lot of mess. So with the Not For You energy, this is a reminder here from Spirit that there's something that you're holding on to that we need to release, that we need to let go of. Now, it might be your person, it might be your relationship, right? Especially if you're seeing red flags. Are you, truth be told, are you being honest with yourself? Right? Are you seeing red flags, but are you ignoring them? No, it's not the time to do that, right? This eclipse bears all right? So, for some of you, this might be your person that you're holding on to, but for others of you, this may be just an energy and just a reminder that when we cling on too tight, when we try and force the outcome, when we try and control everything, all the aspects in our relationships, we do tend to run into dead ends. Because we can't force something into existence in the time frame that we want. Think about things like in a relationship. Maybe you have like some life plans, right? I want to be married by the time I'm 30. I want to have my first child by the time I'm 32. That kind of thing. Well, sometimes we do need to remember that we need to allow our relationships to develop and evolve in the time frame, in the natural time frame that they are meant to, and we can't put always that actual time constraint on that, because what's going to happen is we're going to create resentment, right? And we're going to create more problems than we would have normally. So we do sometimes feel this pressure, societal pressure, to do things in a certain time period, right? So this is really a reminder for everybody to see, what are you trying to force? What are you trying to control within your relationship, that where if you just backed off a little bit there, or if you let something go, because sometimes we nitpick on the little things, right, then things will get easier if we do that. So that is a very reflective kind of energy that's coming in there. And we do have in September, we've got multiple planets that are retrograde, and retrograde is about taking a step back, reassessing, reevaluating, having a look at things, looking at the big picture, right? And, and then we can move forward, right? Or then we can, really gain some insights into things there. So a little bit to think about there with that one. But we've got the Shaw of Cups coming in here for you. I love this card. This is the King of Cups. This brings love and romance and beautiful energy to you. So the King of Cups is one that would probably sweep you off your feet. So again, with the soulmate energies, there's a lot of love coming out in your reading. So this might be a time when you're reconnecting with your person. If you're in temporary separation with your person, the truth shall set you free. It's time to be open, time to work through your issues. And because there is this soulmate energy here, and because there is this King of Cups energy, this is, excuse me, I'm sorry, I had a hiccup. Because we've got all of this very wonderful, supportive, open, flowing energy around, right? We have the potential here to repair a relationship and build a better, stronger bond than we had before. All right. But in the not for you in reverse, you have to be willing to let certain things go. There's no point in a relationship of working through issues and spending all of that time hashing things out only to hold on to it and bring it up in the future and use it as a weapon. We have to be willing to let things go. And just like we see with our World card here, closure, cleaning our slate so that we can move forward, right, with a lighter load. So, when we address things truthfully and when we really deal with our issues, this is where we do feel lighter and brighter. We have memories, we have wisdom, we have experiences, right? But we're not going to carry that energy through, and we are going to wipe that slate clean. But the King of Cups there, I do feel that there is a lot of love and romance. All right. Now we do have the Five of Wands coming in here. So there may be some sort of conflict, obstacle, or struggle that you're dealing with. Okay. But love will rule the day with that energy. Okay. The Five of Wands can represent a little bit of drama. So there could actually be some family drama because there's usually multiple people that are involved here. So maybe there is some family drama that's going on. It could be something from your past. It could be something from your present. Okay. But I do feel here with the other cards coming out, I feel that you do have some stability that is restored, and you can work through some issues. Now, the Five of Wands can also represent being prepared, training for something. It is one of physical activity, right? So it is one where we're like physically training for something, or we're working through something. We're taking action. We're not taking things laying down with this, right? So, perhaps you and your person, you do attend some sort of event or gathering or something like that, and you've prepared for some issues, okay, along the way. Very interesting energy that I'm getting out from this one. It's like, okay, you and your person have to go to some sort of family event, whatever it happens to be. And, in the meantime, you're like being really honest, truth be told, you're kind of opening up about your hesitations or about what to expect even, right? And, because you're prepared in that energy, it's like, oh yeah, here it is. Okay. Because the Five of Wands is quite often a whole bunch of people with very kind of A-type fiery personalities, right? All being in the same place. And even though they should be supportive of each other, most of the time they are, but there's usually a little bit of, if you think of sibling rivalries and things like that, that kind of comes up to the surface, right? And, so you have all of your siblings around at a table, and for the most part, there's everyone gets along, and then all of a sudden there's like, a little bit of a tiff down there, and they get over it in a few minutes. But it's like, oh, interesting. So I do feel that maybe there is some preparation that's needed for some family event. All right. But we also do have the Ace of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. So this is beautiful. The Ace of Cups does bring in a fresh start. It brings in new energy. So again, I feel like if you, are in a situation where You do need to do some work on your relationship. Okay, I feel like the Ace of Cups brings in this beautiful new outlook, a new perspective on things where you're opening your heart, brings you forgiveness and healing in this energy. But we're wiping the slate clean with this. All right, we're not going to carry anything forward. We've got our foundation that we've built in our relationship with the Four of Pentacles, and here is the influx of love and really feeling all of the connection that we've got with our person. All right. And when we've got this strong, solid foundation that we've built, right, then we can allow the love in, but we can also weather any kind of storms or bumps in the road. And the Five of Wands, a little bit of bump in the road, perhaps, for some of you. All right. Now, the Four of Pentacles is an energy of stability and security. Okay, it's the foundations that we've built. Okay, but it can also be a little bit of closed off energy, right? You've gotten yourself to a good spot, but you see we're kind of protective here, right? Protecting of our heart, we're a little bit closed off. The truth be told card, right? What are we? Open. Okay. The Ace of Cups, we're open. So there is this energy here where you may need to open up, where you need to be a little bit more open and receptive. The Ace of Cups can be a gift, an offer, an invitation, a proposal. Okay. Something there from your King of Cups there that can be very positive. So sweep you off your feet. Yeah, a little bit. So this can be like a little romantic getaway. It can be, again, proposal of higher level of commitment or marriage or whatever that happens to be for you, repairing your relationship, or just a little bit more focus on love. It's a deepening of a bond, deepening of the connection with your person. But again, don't forget that Five of Wands there. Okay, it can bring in a little bit of a struggle, a little bit of a conflict, something that you may need to work through. Now we do have the Seven of Swords coming in here. Now, this is very interesting that we get the Seven of Swords for you. Look how dark and dreary that card is, right? Now, the Seven of Swords has to do often, not always, but often with lies, deceit, betrayal, something hidden, something you don't quite trust, or something that you're unsure of. Okay, and remember, we've got the truth be told here. The truth shall set you free. Now, sometimes with the Seven of Swords, it's not that we're lying to somebody or that someone's lying to us. It's just that we're not open. We're not really expressing our true feelings or our thoughts, right? And quite often, Five of Wands is that, we sugarcoat things or we try and ignore things, whatever is bothering us, because the Seven of Swords, it may be that something is bothering somebody in a relationship and they just haven't said anything, and in the meantime they're keeping someone in the dark, right? And that's not going to be healthy moving forward. So there may be something here that you need to hash out with your person. Hey, it may be that there's been some mistruth somewhere. You might need a little bit of clarity or insight on something. It could be something from the present, something from the past. Now, the Seven of Swords can also, in some cases, be someone, being a little bit stealthy, being a little bit sneaky, okay? But it's not necessarily always a bad thing. All right. But your intuition may be going just berserk over here because your Ace of Cups can represent your intuition, right? It's trying to tell you something. Okay. Universe is giving you a gift of some insights, right? A little bit of foreshadowing. And so the Seven of Swords may be that you're like, my spidey senses are going off the charts. There's something happening. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is. Okay, now it may be that your person is planning a surprise. It may be that your intuition is telling you that maybe someone is, trying to do something in the background that may be to I don't know if it's really to sabotage a relationship, but of course we do have this Five of Wands here, so we can't ignore it. And so it might be that very simply that, you might have family or something, saying, oh, well, are you really sure you want to settle down right now? I don't know. Is this really the right person for you? There's better fish in the sea, things like that, right? The family stuff that we have to go through sometimes. So it may be that someone is, just being a little persnickety behind the scenes somewhere, right? And you're like, I don't trust this person. So the Seven of Swords is something to pay very close attention to. Now, it may also be that you're trying to figure out what it is you want. Because with the Seven of Swords, right, we've got a dude there, he's holding 5 swords, he's leaving a couple on the ground, but he keeps kind of looking back. Like, am I sure? And so in this energy, if you're trying to figure something out, right, a little bit of clarity goes a long way. So again, whether you need to be honest with yourself, whether you need to talk something out with your person, or maybe you do need to go and seek out some advice or assistance from like a third party or something like that, like a counselor or something, it may help you to work through some feelings of doubt, right? Because the Seven of Swords can bring in some doubt for you. Oh, a lot of fiery energy there. We do have the Nine of Wands coming in, all right? So for some of you, you're working through some wounds, you're working through some battle scars, right, with your person. And, with the Seven of Swords, right, if you can't be honest, you can't come clean, right, then you're not going to work through things, right? So the Nine of Wands can be where it's like, okay, before we move forward, we need to figure something out and we need to come to a conclusion, right? So there are some battle wounds here. Now, the Nine of Wands can also be a little bit of skepticism that creeps in. So again, a little bit of uncertainty here with that Seven of Swords. And it may not necessarily be with your relationship as a whole. It might be have to do with some sort of event or activity that is going on, in the next month and a half or so. Okay, but the Nine of Wands also does show the need for healthy boundaries. Okay, boundaries are healthy. Boundaries are good. We all need boundaries in our life. We need to teach people how to treat us, right? But we need to remember that boundaries are good because they let the good in, they keep the bad out. But walls are bad, right? We don't want to build a wall. So in this energy, there is a need to open up a little bit. So have a look and see, have I built a wall around my heart? Have I built a wall about something here, right? Or do I need to kind of relax a little bit and allow something to flow a little bit better? We do have the Eight of Wands coming in here, which does kind of quite often represent some really positive communication. Now, this may also be that some of you do need a little bit of a break because the Eight of Wands is a very busy energy. Got a lot on the go, your calendar is full, you're busy, 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 and then this puts you in a very tired energy of the Nine of Wands, right? And, it might just be that there's a lot going on in your relationship, and then this Seven of Swords is like, oh, do I want to live my life this way, right? So again, it could be external factors at play in your relationship there, right? So, you may need to, take a step back, you and your person. If you are tired and you guys have a lot on the go, you're busy at work, you're busy at home, you're busy with family, you're busy with all of these things, and you really need a break. The Eight of Wands can sometimes represent some travel. It has a lot of forward momentum, a lot of speed associated with the Eight of Wands, okay? And with the Seven of Swords, perhaps you and your person are quietly sneaking away somewhere, and you're the ones being stealthy. You're going on a vacation, or maybe you're going somewhere and you're just not inviting anyone. You're just not telling anyone what you're up to because you want the alone time. You don't want anyone else to join. And there may be someone around you, whether it's family or friends, where as soon as they hear that you're going away, they're like, oh, cool, we really need to get away too. And the next thing you know, you have baggage in the way of excess people. So you might be kind of just doing something that feels a little bit underhanded, but is actually really quite necessary for you in that regard, okay? But the Eight of Wands does quite often show something manifesting in your world. You're about to get some really good news, and this is something that propels you forward. But this is also a card of overcoming obstacles and issues, right? You're not letting anything stop you in your tracks, right? You have the ability to overcome, all right? But we do have the Justice card here, so perhaps some of you are planning on eloping, right? Wouldn't that be interesting? Because the Justice card brings in Libran energy. We're about to go into Libran season, okay? 22nd, I believe it is, of September. Okay, so Libran season has us focused a little bit more on balance and harmony, has us focused a little bit more on relationships, repairing relationships, restoring the status quo. The Justice card with this Libran energy also brings truth and honesty to the forefront, right? And also brings our ability to make very important decisions. Okay, so you might be doing any and all of that, right? But this can certainly represent legalities as well, legal situations, so a legally binding agreement, such as marriage or prenuptial agreements. Those may come to the forefront as well, right? And if there's a potential for like family drama, or there's like exes in play and things like that, if you are, if you are with somebody that has, or if you have something from your past that is either not resolved or has the potential to upset your finances or your home life in some way, then yeah, some sort of legal documentation may be required for that before you get married, before you move in together, that kind of thing. So think of like prenuptial agreements and things like that. And it's really, it really does give you a layer of protection, because the external forces, the external people may be the issue, and the issue may not necessarily be your actual relationship itself. And so sometimes, especially when we've got children from previous marriages and things like that, then a prenup may actually preemptively resolve issues before anything may arise in the future, right? Yes, it's a little bit of a safety net, but in this day and age, we're a little bit more unconventional than we used to be, and it's everyone's situation is different, and legal situations can get very messy very quickly. Right. So it's a little unconventional, and maybe you feel, a little like someone has something to hide or is doing something underhanded. Okay. But it might be a necessary endeavor. But the Justice card can certainly bring in some really good karma into the mix for you. Some really positive vibes, positive energies there for you. And so there could be a marriage proposal here. There could be really getting an energy of one of you is eloping. Okay, so if you're eloping and you might feel like you're, just underhanded, because maybe you're trying to avoid some family drama. And with the Four of Pentacles, money may be an issue. So maybe finances are a little bit tight there. And you're like, you know what? Let's just do this thing. Let's just do it our way. Let's just go away for a week vacation or something and just do something there. All right. But some of you may be making some longer term plans for that as well. But we do have the Ace of Staffs, which is the Ace of Wands. So this brings some very exciting energy into the mix. Now, for one, if you've maybe been feeling disconnected with your person, or maybe there's been a lot going on and you're both tired and run down, and you're like, oh my God, we need to spend some alone time, or we need to have a getaway. Maybe you tell people that you're going on vacation and you lie about it and you're actually staying home. Okay. And this is where we reconnect with the Ace of Staffs physically with our person. Okay. A little bit of passion, a little bit of fire, right? Makes us feel good, right? So there's, some beautiful energies that are coming in here. But the Ace of Staffs can also be a new endeavor, a new approach, some fresh energy coming in here, some fresh, renewed energy as well, right? It's like, yes, we've had a little bit of a break and now I'm feeling really good. Or we've dealt with some issues and, I feel lighter and brighter. So some very exciting energy with that Ace of Staffs. All right. The Ace of Wands energy. And you have two aces coming out here. You also have the Justice card, which is card number 11. So you do have 1111 coming out here for you. Fresh energy, new approach, next stage of a relationship, maybe a newly found stage of your relationship if the old ways didn't work. Okay, but the 1111 energy can certainly represent your ability to make a wish and have it come true. So what else do we have? Okay, so we've got the Five of Cups. All right, so yes, so for some of you, you're working on your relationship here, but with the Ace of Staffs that's coming in there, you have the ability to work through your issues and then perhaps start over, start fresh, right? We've got 5 cups on here, only 3 are tipped over, and there's 2 here that are upright and that are standing, and the 2 of Cups represents true love, balance and harmony in your relationship, and is also reflective of a soulmate connection. All right. So even though things may be battered and bruised, maybe things have been disappointing, maybe there's been some sadness or a sense of loss. Okay. If you work through things, if you address things here with this energy, you have the ability to turn things around, but the choice, of course, is yours. The Six of Pentacles that's coming in here is again restoring balance and harmony. in your relationship. Okay. And you know, with the Five of Cups coming in here, sometimes we do need to experience loss or take a step back in our relationship to do a little bit of a reset. And the energy, the planetary energies in the next 6 weeks or so is very supportive of that. Okay, of having that little bit of a relationship reset. Okay, and we all get there at some point because it's fated events, right? Got some good karma coming in there with the Justice card, but it's also that fated energy that does come in. So we are meant to experience certain things within a relationship that can either drive us apart, that can show us, you know, what we need to work on, right? Or that can strengthen our bond with our person, all right? But with the Six of Pentacles, okay, this is a restoration of balance within that relationship, okay? So something where not only have we overcome the challenge, okay, but we're getting things back on track. Six of Pentacles is equal level of commitment by both parties. We're on the same page and we're feeling good. Now, because there's 3 people on here, okay, and the Six of Pentacles can either be receiving something or paying something out sometimes, okay, but it's paying something out for something that will circulate back to you, right? It's a very circulatory kind of energy there. And so I feel like here, if you do have some relationship struggles, and we already mentioned maybe you'd get some advice from like a neutral third party, like a counselor or something, this may possibly be where that is, right? You're paying for that service, but you're getting something in return. So it can actually be really positive for you in that regard. And then boom, here you go, Ace of Wands, right? You're feeling good again. You're feeling like, yes, okay, I think we know what we want, right? But the Six of Pentacles may also be gifts of any kind. It could be financial gifts. It could be a gift of commitment. It could be, you know, just, you know, you receiving something back that, you know, you deserve, right? It is that what we put out comes back to us, very much like karma. Okay. So I think there's something very positive coming in, maybe a bit of a surprise with that. All right. But we do have the Queen of Wands here as well. Receive the gifts. Okay. So if someone is giving you a gift or an offer of some support or, you know, maybe even some financial gifts, okay, then say yes. The Queen of Wands will say yes to that. Now, the Queen of Wands does bring in an energy of independence, of confidence, right? But it's also an energy of, you know, we're going with the flow, we're having fun, and we're feeling really good about the situation, right? But the Queen of Wands with that Six of Pentacles receiving energy is coming in there. So I do feel there is something here that is flowing to you and your person in your relationship, and this is for the betterment of your relationship in some way. The Queen of Wands can be a very important benefactor, right? Again, maybe it's someone that you pay for their services, okay, and they can help you through that, and maybe they really do give you a little bit of motivation or insight that you wouldn't normally have received. The Queen of Wands can be that friend or family member as well, and again, maybe they do help you in some regard. But Queen of Wands in the upright is a very helpful, very influential kind of person who is very honest, very open, and very truthful. Okay, so this might just be the energy that you and your person are embracing, right, as we see from the beginning of your reading. But we've got the Malika of Cups coming in here, which is the Queen of Cups. And here is the funny thing. King of Cups, Queen of Cups. Can we say soulmate energy? Yes, indeed we can. Okay, the Queen of Cups, the Malika of Cups here does bring in this open energy, love and romance, yes. But the Queen of Cups also brings in intuitive insights, forgiveness, peace, healing. So it's a beautiful, peaceful energy with that. Your heart is open. You're feeling good. You're in the flow. Things are working out for you. And this is just such a beautiful connection between two people. I mean, yeah, there's some, you know, things going on, okay, as life happens, right? But it's like that solidifying of that bond, that deepening of the bond on many levels that's there. Oh, this is beautiful. We've got the Three of Wands here, making a plan and ready for action. This can be a card of travel or forward movement. It's like, okay, we both know what we want. Now we're ready to move forward, okay? With this, you could be making some travel plans, some wedding plans, or just planning your future together, but it's beautiful energy here because you've removed your blocks and obstacles. The path forward is open. It is clear. Use your imagination to create the life that you want. You've overcome challenges and struggles with the Seven of Wands, feeling more confident, and you're willing to face your issues head on. And when we face our issues head on, we don't get that baggage, right? We always hesitate to do that, but here you are. All right. This also shows that there might be a lot of things coming towards you, coming at you. All right. And so you might actually be putting up some very firm boundaries. Boundaries are important. We already talked about boundaries, right? And so in that Seven of Wands, it's like, no, right? I'm holding up my wand. No, you're not coming past here. So you might need to really be very firm in some boundaries. I'm feeling, especially with some family members or some siblings there, because, they all think they know better. They all think they know you best. And in actual fact, they often don't, because they know you in a familial relationship and not as a romantic one. At least I would hope not. Ugh, right? So the Seven of Wands can also show you standing your ground and advocating for yourself, your person, or your relationship, right? It's like, no, this is our life. This is the way we're going to do things. And no, you can have your opinion. You're entitled to it, but I don't have to share your opinion, right? So you may be doing something like that. All right. But ultimately, we've got the sun. When the sun comes out, it casts a beautiful light on your entire reading. It brings happiness and joy and pleasure. It brings success and abundance to your life. This brings growth. This brings the energy that you need. This is where we're positive. We're feeling more optimistic about the future. And yes, maybe some of you are traveling to a tropical destination for your honeymoon, okay? Or maybe a destination wedding may be in the cards for some of you there as well. All right. Or maybe just that little quick getaway. So a little bit of fun in the sun might be the order of the day for you. All right. If you are not planning on getting pregnant, you might want to be careful because the sun can represent children. Okay. And we do have the Ace of Staffs. I mean, very phallic in its energy in that. And of course, something that you put out can come back to you here with that. And we do have an Ace of Cups here as well. So I just feel that if you're not looking to start a family or have more children, you might want to put a barrier in place of some kind, okay? Anyway, but the sun chases away shadows, chases away doubts, worries, fears, and brings clarity to our situation. We're feeling good, we're having a good time, and all is right with the world when we get that, okay? So keep that positive outlook, all right? And I do feel that there is a little bit of freedom that's coming in your reading, freedom from restrictions, or, again, when two people are on the same page and have the same goal in mind, all right, then you can pretty much weather just about anything. All right, so let's get a couple last messages out here for you. Let's see what we have here. Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily, right? And we do have peace and healing and calm and forgiveness coming in here for you guys. All right. We also have surrender your ego. Yes. Those power struggles, right? Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Okay? Our wonderful human egos, we all have one, right? And this is where our stubbornness comes from. This is where we can build up walls, right? This can be where we can, really be so right that everyone else is wrong. So time to be a little bit more in the flow. We have surrendered to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. And this can speak to that not for you in the reverse. The Nine of Wands is also there, right? Maybe you're around some very energetically draining people right now. So again, boundaries are very important with that. Or if there is a massive red flag, okay, are you holding on to something because there's fear about being alone, things like that? Or are you holding on to something because it's right? and it's worth saving. So a little bit of discernment there for some of you. So I'm going to leave all that there for you guys. I hope there was something here that resonated with you. If there was, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Throw a comment in the box down below. But I wish you guys all the best. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.